in general, good men are steady and consistent and predictable. It's why as women, we think you're boring. As women in general, we like chaos and drama and disruption of routine. That's what makes us feel alive and engaged in life, because we want to do what we want to do. Structure holds us accountable, and we don't want accountability. So we want to do what we want to do when we want to do it and thrive on that instability, because again, it makes us feel engaged and alive. Ergo, why we are attracted to bad boys, because they're chaotic and we think that's exciting and it adds drama and passion to our lives.
Peace. Kofa, G.R.O.W.T.H Entertainment. Wake your glass up. What's going on, y'all? Thank y'all for being in there. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday, Junior. You're almost there. One more work day. Today is April 3rd, 2025, the year of our Lord. The time is now 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is in the lovely city of Atlanta, Georgia. Once again, this is G.R.O.W.T.H Entertainment, where GROW stands for Gentlemen Reaching Our Wealth Through Healing. This is where we help men find a positive fuck it. I am your humble host, Kofa, K-O-F-A, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Easy to say, easy to spell. Go ahead and get the housekeeping out of the way. You see the Cash App, you see the PayPal on the screen. Use it as you see fit. You've been in these YouTube streets long enough. You know how to use super chats and super stickers. If you don't want to donate to the channel, what you will do is hit that like button. Take your shoes off when you come in my house.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
The like button is free. Hit the like button. Take your shoes off when you come in my house. I'm going to go ahead and hit y'all with Randy, get to the comments, then we're going to get to cooking. Randy went away. Randy doesn't want to play. Back on me. Struggle streaming already. I think LaRon said it best, broken traditions. If you ain't struggling, then you ain't streaming. Salute to him. Let's go ahead and get to the comments. No Randy tonight. Randy tripping. Coop in the building. Salute to you, good brother. I appreciate you being in here.
Man down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Brother Pooh Man back in the building. I got your email, bro. I just replied to it. I'm gonna take a look at that, the video you sent me to react to and have a discussion on. I did get it. I'm gonna check it out after the live tonight. I appreciate you being in here. Almanize in the building.
You go, girl.
What's going on with you, sis? The good sister Felicia in the building. She says, good evening, Kofa, mods, and chat.
You go, girl.
Appreciate you being in here. Brother DG, the legend, is back in the building. He says, hello, everyone.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Everybody speaking to each other. Y'all know I love it. We're going to go, yep. Felicia, I appreciate that, sis. She says, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And one I like to add on all the time, discuss. Have these conversations outside of social media, outside of YouTube. I promise you, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to start really finding out who certain people are and how long they've been holding a lot of this type of content, this type of red pill information in. But tonight, we're going to look at trap queens with a question mark. There's different variations of a trap queen. We know that it's a play on words in the title. It's a play on words to those chicks that are either with these dudes that are dope boys in the streets, or she may be a trap queen herself and moving her own product and this, that, and the third. But I had to revisit this Anthony Edwards because I know last time I went in on this brother and brothers who just flat out don't take care of their kids. I didn't really go in on him, but I did question his motives. I know he's a young guy. He's only 23. Essentially, he's supposed to just now be graduating college, trying to find a real job in the real world if he wasn't a millionaire athlete. But he is. So he's opting out of taking care of his daughter. You guys know the story. I know everybody on YouTube has touched on this, talked about it and all that. But I want to take a look at his daughter's mom's response to people calling her a gold digger, because she's also Lil Baby's. I forgot which baby rapper it was.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Smitty, I see you. Salute, bro. I forgot which baby rapper it was, but she is Lil Baby's baby mama as well. I'll talk about that a little bit, just as far as her aesthetics from some of the things she says. But I started out this video tonight with that clip of the white lady saying that so many women like chaos. And that is something that I have seen continuously throughout my life, personally, through brothers that I know, through women that have told me that flat out themselves. I remember I was having a conversation with a chick one time. I was like, you like things the difficult way, don't you? She dead ass looked at me in the face and was like, yes. I had came up with a plan for us to move this way. I appreciate it, Felicia. She said, yes, little baby. I had came up with a plan for us to move this way, get certain things done. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't think that's a good idea. Brothers, y'all got to beware of these women who give you a pushback, because if it's not their idea, then it's not a good idea. So when you find that, you need to cut bait quick and easy. That's why I started out tonight with the first video of that white woman. I don't know her name. I just be pulling shit from TikTok. Would love to give her credit, but we're not going to backtrack. But she was saying that so many women like chaos, and this is why they gravitate to the bad guy or the street dude or whatever the case may be, because there's a lot of chaos and uncertainty involved. When you're straight-laced, you walk in the straight and narrow, brothers, you're boring. I don't give a fuck what excursion you paid for. You're a boring guy to a lot of these women. Again, a lot, not gonna say all, but Kofaism, the majority. It's so many women that just gonna give you pushback no matter what positives you're doing. It's crazy in our community that positives are seen as negatives. We have gone on and on for decades of, this isn't just a new saying. I know it was the whole Me Too movement, but the whole my body, my choice. Black women have specialized in mind your business, go get you some business, stay out my business. There's always going to be some type of alignment where accountability is skirted. So we're going to have that conversation tonight, not just looking at the women, but brothers, you got to start really looking at yourselves. And I know my audience is a little bit older. We done been through the fire. We done been battle tested, got the t-shirt and the coffee mugs to prove it. However, I have to do this type of content because in having these dialogues between us and the chat, y'all know I like to interact with you guys. You got to take this information and start giving it to your nephews. You got to take this information and start giving it to your little cousins, because these young men are around Anthony Edwards' age and they're still running into these beautiful black women out here. And they're expected to meet this high level criteria. And this is why so many of these young cats is getting in trouble. They're running the streets to try to get a bag to impress a girl that ain't gonna be there for real when he get locked up.
Got it! Hotter than 50 degrees.
There are older brothers like ourselves who may be tired of running game and all that, and we really are trying to settle down. But you got to watch for the traps. So we're gonna talk about different types of traps, but first we're gonna start with Anthony Edwards. I'm gonna let his baby mama clips just run because I had to sync with him back to back to back. So I'm just gonna let them run. I'll pause them in between, but it's roughly about 3 minutes. We're not gonna be on her or his issue long. Let me get to some more of y'all comments. I know some more people came in. Smitty, I got you. Felicia, again, thank you. Yeah, she got a baby. So she got a baby by a rapper and an athlete. This is the other part I wanted to drive home. You have to understand how many of our sisters' dreams are still to have children by a rapper or a athlete. I don't give a damn about no age, because the older women in our age group, us 40 years olds and up, you still got women projecting that onto younger women because maybe they didn't get a chance to sleep with MC Hammer or some shit like that. But here in Atlanta, that is a real thing. The day-to-day average regular chick where I stay in Atlanta. So I've already doxed myself a couple of times. So I stay in the Camp Creek area. For anybody out there that's familiar with Atlanta, if you know anything about Camp Creek, you can go to Kroger. You can go to Kroger or Target at any given time, and you're going to see a stripper body. I'm not going to say you're going to see strippers, but the way them sisters is walking and the way they're dressed, I'm going to say they have stripper bodies. So these regular ass chicks are walking around, and majority of them are trying to compete for a rapper or an athlete. People don't believe it, but we see it all the time. I appreciate that, DG. I just wanted to point that out. This sister has the black girl dream, right? And she just got broke off. We'll get to that in a second, but let me see. Oh shit, Pooh Man, I didn't know that. Pooh Man says she's a therapist. I don't know her name. That is crazy. The Emperor says, "What's good, big bro? Here for the bang." I appreciate it, big bro.
It's hotter than fish grease.
Felicia, you're speaking facts, sis.
You go, girl.
If you are a woman or even a man that likes chaos, you are unhealed. Something is going on with you where you can. I've met so many. Again, I talk about women. I'm talking to the men. I say that because I lay myself on the train tracks. I'll take it for us, fellas. If some of y'all are not ready to admit this shit, I have met so many women. I have tried to holler at so many women until I realized what was going on. They just love fucking chaos. I have literally tried to talk to the girl who was getting her ass beat by her boyfriend and wouldn't leave him. I fell back from that. I don't fuck with nobody that's attached. I had to adjust that shit because it could have went left for me. However, I would later find out the same chick that wouldn't deal with me, straight lace Kofa, that was getting her ass whooped, literally, not figuratively, literally dude used to swell her eye up. She was still fucking this one and that one. So she would cheat with a dude that had swag. I guess Kofa ain't got it. Kofa too chill. Kofa like his cigars and minding his goddamn business.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Tis what it is. But Sister Felicia hit the nail on the head. If y'all find a woman that enjoys chaos or likes to argue, you cut bait immediately. I don't want to hear about oh, you getting older, you need to find a wife. Oh, you just being picky. Oh, you're so petty. Oh, you must not like black women for real, because that's what black women are. That's what we do. Y'all ain't used to the attitude yet. Your mama was a bitch. She had an attitude, but your daddy stayed with her. We done heard everything under the fucking sun, fellas. It is long overdue to change this thought process that we have when it comes to dealing with our women. Let's keep on going. Where we at? Watch Gamer in the building says, peace to all, peace to you. BT in the building says, peace, Kofa and chat. Sorry I'm late. All good. Brother DG with the $10 bomb. He says, we need cover military ops nickname. Oh, me and DG was talking about this. Let me bring it down, bring it back up. He says, we need a covert military ops nickname for Kofa's son. He's teaching him how to hunt barehanded. He's already manning first watch around the campfire. Help me out, Chad.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Oh, I got, for that, bro. Yeah, we trying to find a nickname for my son, even though I told DG we got a nickname. My son's nickname is Crown with a K. BT helped me out with that. He told me Kofa used a K instead of the C, so my son's nickname is Crown, but for whatever reason, DG is on this covert military ops thing, and my son has to have like a black snake type of nickname for whatever reason. But anyway, I appreciate the $10 bomb for you, DG. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the yams.
I'ma just bless her, I chew. Baby girl, you with the winners, how could you lose? Like her too, many different flavors, how can I choose?
You running in the wrong direction, ma.
Bring it back on me. Full drink and a half thinking. Salute. I appreciate you being in here with the $10 bomb. Right as I shout you out, I appreciate it. He gives the salute and the strong arm. I appreciate you, good brother. So now I'm gonna hit you with shit. Y'all done got me the $20. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna ask for 20 more. I think. Oh, my drop's not working tonight. They tripping. Let me see if I give you Umar.
Donations, gifts.
Back on me. I don't know what I'm glitching with. BT, I think you cursed me from the other day, bro. You said if you're not struggling, then you're not streaming. He said that drop is so funny with old girl with them thick ass thighs running. That shit is hilarious. Let's get to going though. Let's hear from Anthony Edwards' baby mama Aisha, and let her get her thoughts out and her responses to the internet, going in, calling her a good gold digger and saying that she trapped him. Don't you start acting up too. Of course you're gonna start acting up. I promise you all this shit was working before I got on here. Have no fear. I'm gonna drop it in here. Where are we at? God damn it. My shit done moved around. Look, me and BT been on some conspiracy theory stuff lately. Has anybody else internet been glitching? Because I've been having a serious problem at work. And then like a lot of the gas pumps went out as well. When I was going to get gas when I was leaving work from already having an issue with the internet at work. So my conspiracy theory hat was going off. But here we go with Aisha. Let's see if you're going to play.
I've also come to realization that there are just certain allegations that I will never, ever beat with you guys. I came into this situation with the status because I have a child by a very successful artist, right? From then, I'm viewed as a certain type of woman because I'm beautiful and I have a nice body. And normally women like that attract a certain caliber of men, which is also not my fault. And now that I am in yet another situation where I now have a child with another successful man, there is no telling you guys that I'm not a gold digger. You guys, it's
Oh, wow. Let's go to number 2. Let's pick this up. This is also true.
no beating those allegations at all. The only thing that irritates me is I read comments that say, oh, you're a gold digger, or you kept the baby for a check. What if I came to y'all's pages, right? And I compared the men that you have children with to the men that I have children with. And I said, you were digging for poverty when you picked him to be your baby daddy, weren't you? Oh, you kept that baby for an extra income tax credit, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for a couple extra $100 in food stamps, didn't you? Or you...
Go ahead and bring up number 3. Since my clips don't want to play, just going to drop it right here. Bam.
Or you kept that baby for an extra Section 8 voucher. Is that why you kept your baby? Now, if that was triggering, that's how I feel every time somebody says, do you even love that baby? You kept that baby for a check.
Back on me. So we have heard from Aisha being called a gold digger. And because, you know what? I was giving sis a lot of grace. She a good looking woman. She is. But I know NBA players. I have met and known NBA players since I was a kid. My dad used to work for the Navy. It was a guy that got drafted by the Lakers. And he was in the Navy because he blew out his knee. But he was like part of the Lakers Showtime. He was on the bench, a young dude at the time. But he blew out his knee and he ended up in the Navy. So I've been around the celebrity type for a while. And a lot of these cats that put these women on pedestals like they the baddest, like she is a good looking woman. But bitch, you ain't the bad.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
You're not. I attract a certain you found a way to get in these places. And because Felicia drops this bomb, I didn't know that either, sis. I knew she was a little bit older than both of them, but I did not know she's in my fucking age range.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Aisha is 38 years old. Another older sister talking about what caliber of man she need and all that stuff. And she, of course, let's call it what it is. Let's call it what the ladies call it. It's predatory. She was preying on this young man. She was trying to steal his youth because he's only 23. She's 15 years older than him. But because he's a man, because he's a black man, he knew what he was doing. Cool. He a grown man. He got money. He being a dumb athlete, however you want to call it. He paid her ass out and sent her on about her fucking business. And if you look on the internet, just like she's finding comments about people saying that she's a gold digger, you're going to find people that say Anthony Edwards is wrong, including other black men. But because she's 38 and he's only 23, She out here selling pussy. Don't give a fuck how you slice it. She just got broke off $1 million for a baby. At 38 years old, already has a baby with another rapper. Isn't Lil Baby in his like late 20s as well? But again, a Kofa, a BT, or whoever, anybody else in the chat with a straight-laced job making good ass money, we wouldn't qualify. She only attracts a certain caliber of man. Brothers, watch these type of women. They put themselves in your space, in your orbit for a reason. And I'm not comparing apples to oranges, talk about Anthony Edwards' salary or my salary. But let's look at the military real quick. A lot of people don't realize when you sign up for the military, you sign up for the military. You sign a contract just like an NBA player signs a contract. You're going to go places and be around different cultures and different people from different backgrounds, just like an NBA or NFL player would. Take away the money. I'm just talking about personality traits right now. Do you know how many Army bases are located near these small rinky-dink towns or mid-sized city? The women can tell what your rank is, and they know the ranking structure and the rank payout of how much we get paid when you're there. They're going to ensure that they are only around certain ranks in the military. I bullshit you not. I'm telling you how this shit actually works in real life. Fuck the celebrities, fuck Ant-Man, fuck his baby mama, all that other shit. I don't give a fuck about the money. I'm telling you how this works. You have to be aware when women recognize your success before you do. That's how you end up in a trap, because you're just looking at the woman. And some people be like, oh, well, he just wanted to box and this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, women have always pushed out that sex is so important. They don't just give their body to anybody. But now we're in the space where you got to have a hoe phase. You must have a hoe phase. She should have been out of that shit in her 20s. She's 38 fucking years old, so she knew what she was doing. But we'll blame Anthony Edwards and not an older woman simply because she's a woman. She was a woman in distress for whatever fucking reason. She put herself around these certain men for help. I'm telling you how this shit go. This is partly how Crown got here. This is how y'all YouTube nephew got here. And my homeboy did try to give me the heads up with my now baby mama. He was like, oh, bro, she see your success. I had just bought the house maybe a year or two before that. I was like, bro, it's just a house. Like, she can crash for a minute. You know, shit, I can give her that. 2 weeks turned to a month. Now we back at it. And now we parents. And I don't give a fuck about that bitch.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
That's another story for another day. That story is going to be coming up, but through another platform. I'll tell y'all that later. Let me get to y'all comments. Wash Gamer says bird babble. Almanai says she been on that table.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Pooh Man said he needs to get a vasectomy. He already has 4 kids by 4 different women at 23. He does, and you know I am king champion of getting a vasectomy, especially if you're a man. Well, those are only people that can get vasectomies. As a man, if you have a son, shout out to my daughter.
You go, girl!
But if I would have had a son first, I probably would have had a vasectomy. I wouldn't have been holding on and on the fence and maybe this or that. And my son wouldn't have beat me by 3 weeks. If you are a man and you have a son, you have a namesake or whatever somebody carry on your family name, your bloodline, whatever the case, go get fucking snipped. If you have multiple kids, like Pooh Man just said, bruh, go get snipped. I might do a whole goddamn live on the vasectomy procedure, because a lot of brothers out there that don't have dick control that's really acting a fool. Kofa had his slip-ups. I don't walk on water. Obviously, I got a child. But this wasn't no one-night stand. This wasn't just some random broad I picked up or kind of knew in passing. Me and her had been off and on for a minute. So again, I just fell back into that space of maybe it'll work this time. Stupid ass me. But again, if I didn't do that, Crown wouldn't be here. It is what it is. That's neither here nor there. I'm king champion of going to get a vasectomy if you already have a male heir as a man. If you have a daughter, I get it. You're trying to hang on. You try to find somebody. I don't give a fuck, here, overseas, whatever the fuck. Try to get married first. But I deal in reality. I would love for you to get married first, brothers, and then have that boy in the context of that marriage. But if not, don't sit around and wait. If you over 35 and you got you one, or you pushing 40, 45 and you don't have any, and you really ain't trying to live that toddler lifestyle, go get fucking snipped, bro. That's my PSA for the day. Let's get back to it. Almanai says, so much for liking natural chicks.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
He says, Almanai said, this is the third one. You know how it works. Oh, you talking about, she's the third baby mama? Is it 4 kids by 4 different women or 4 by 3? But Almanai says, all this is true. I appreciate it. JT in the building. What's going on, good brother? Been a minute, man.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Watch Gamer says a whole 304. Oh, he said Lil Baby is 30. How old is their kid? Because that would have put her in her mid-30s, Felicia, and Lil Baby would have been in his 20s. But again, you know, Kofa crazy as fuck. Let everybody tell it. JT says this is. She said they both wrong. He said they're both wrong. He wrong for raw dogging every chick, and she wrong for trapping a young athlete.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
And that's what I say too, bro. He's just as wrong. But we do that in the black community, bro. We have to really take a look at this. You got to think of how long Anthony Edwards has been talking about going to the NBA like every other little black boy. We champion this stuff. You got to think about how long Lil Baby wanted to be a rapper and he got there. We champion rappers, athletes, entertainers. We champion that in our community. A quick lick. I'm not saying them brothers don't work. I'm not saying they don't go through hell in their respective professions. However, they not hanging off the back of a fucking trash truck.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Pooh Man says Anthony Edwards and Tariq Hill will be broke and will be broke Hill will be quicker than Ant because he plays football. Yeah, them NFL contracts ain't like NBA contracts, and NBA contracts aren't like MLB contracts. But going back to what I was saying, we have to look at what we champion in the black community. So Ant being the tall NBA player with a bunch of money and he young, and it doesn't help when you got 50-year-old women like the Erykah Badu's coming out talking about, oh, I love a young dude and his tight balls and that. They use their life experience to manipulate young men the same way that people say that older men manipulate young girls. But the difference comes in is we've been telling the girls they've been grown since they was fucking 15. You can't tell black young women or black women shit.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
So in a sense, they knew what they was doing until they become the older woman and that older man then died, didn't leave them something, or they're not together or anything like that. And then they become the older woman. Then, oh, he groomed me. I was pressured. I was only in my early 20s. I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't ready to be a mother. They start complaining about that shit and then turn right back around and applaud when one woman in their age group goes and gets the younger dude. And it doesn't have to be. And this is what annoys me to fuck about this Anthony Edwards situation. I'm going to put it to bed. Everybody, I think I played that clip from Randy Rosario, dumbass, a couple of weeks ago. But when she was like, why are y'all regular guys comparing yourself? You're not an NBA player. You're not an athlete. You don't have $1 million there. That's the fucking point. This is why I'm doing this live, brothers. Watch your back when you're dealing with these women. When they say protect your seed, it's not just throwing on a condom to, prevent yourself from getting STIs. Told y'all before, bro, STDs are a motherfucker, but a KID is as well. You can't get rid of that KID either. So you got to put something on to protect your seed. Women got upwards of 30 plus different forms of fucking contraception. So I'm glad she kept the baby because, again, I don't believe in abortion. Don't stone me.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
But I don't believe in abortion, so I'm glad she kept the baby. But under what context? And then people are mad at him because he's saying, hey, I'm just going to walk away. Like, he's realizing what he's doing. This is his last baby recently. They're not together. So instead of getting fleeced for everything else, he just gonna pay the child support up front, wipe his hands, and be done with it. The average guy can't do that. Then everybody tells us, oh, you just need to get over it. And I had to share this with a female not too long ago. Y'all telling us to get over this shit, but the man gets a reminder on the 1st of every month. He has to pay child support or alimony every month. It is hard as fuck to heal from taking that type of loss, whether or not you put yourself in a situation. It is hard to heal from that type of loss when you are getting a fucking constant reminder. We'll get to that in a second. We're going to continue on with the videos. Hold on. Let me pick back up with the comments. G.R.O.W.T.H, formerly known as Jay Woodland, in the building. He said, what up, what up, what up? First time here. Salute to you, good brother. I appreciate you being in here. You part of the family. Now you can't leave.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
BT says, I blame Anthony Edwards 100%. No dick discipline. I respect that. Keep the same fucking energy for these hot ass little bitches out here fucking like jackrabbits in the street to get left with a fucking child because she with a goddamn dope boy. That's all the fuck I ask anybody to do. Anthony Edwards is 23 fucking years old. You know how much dumb shit we did when we was 23, and I'm not saying that the nigga should walk on water. I'm not saying I did. He's not 100% fucking wrong. Neither is she, because she said she attracts a certain kind of man. She put herself in that position to be captured by him, but trapped him as well. I'm not blaming no 23-year-old young man. I don't give a fuck how rich he is, bro. And this bitch fucking 38 years old. I'm not blaming Anthony. I don't want to hear shit about dick discipline either, BT. I ain't trying to hear that shit, because everybody done slipped up at some goddamn point in time. Me and your kids are the same age, are older too. Well, you only got the one boy. I got the girl. Our kids are literally a month apart. So that means me and you didn't have dick discipline at 21, but we took care of our responsibilities. Anthony Edwards took care of his responsibility. It costs money to raise a child. He broke her off and walked away. No harm, no foul. We got to keep the fucking same energy across the goddamn board, but we do not do it in the black community. That's what pisses me off the most about this situation. I've said it 1,000 times on Growth Talk. I don't give a fuck about celebrity. I can bring this shit and dial it down to the regular, average, everyday person. So until we start raising young black men to have some dick discipline, actually having real conversations with them, like Kevin Samuel said, stop trying to find your manhood through your dick. Until we can tell our black women to shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of the room and let me talk to this goddamn boy. Until we get to that point, because black women play a part in that shit too. Nobody wants to look at the overall arching. They just see he got a good nut, he made a baby, and he don't want to be there for it. But nobody wants to look at the foundational piece, because there's another Anthony Edwards brewing. His name is Edward Anthony. And he's trying to get on at the post office. But he was raised by a goddamn single mama and couldn't nobody tell that bitch shit. So he ain't never really had no fucking men around him. We gonna blame 100% on everything that men do? I'm just looking at it from the other side. I'm just flipping the coin over, because we will hold brother's feet to the fucking fire. And then when he executes, when he does what he's supposed to do, whether he stays and takes care of the child, then it ain't enough, because he ain't got enough fucking money. But God forbid he go get a second or third goddamn job. Now he ain't spending enough time with the baby, and then he wants visitation, but this bitch over here playing games. Don't nobody say shit about that. This conversation tonight is really part of a bigger conversation as a whole on the way young black men are reared and raised and looking at things, and how much we worship celebrity and fucking money. This is why he's moving like that. He's reckless with his shit. And no disrespect to bro, but he got his sisters around him. I really haven't heard too much about a lot of men in the family. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But we see the difference when these athletes have their fathers in their lives and when they're raised in either single mother households. I know his mother passed, RIP to her. Either single mother households or raised with a bunch of fucking women, whether they're sisters, aunties, cousins, grandma, great aunts, all that shit. They spoil these boys. Then when they hit grown man age, everybody expect grown man activity from him and for him to have discipline and all that shit, but he ain't never been taught that shit. If it wasn't about that ball and getting to the league and getting his family out the hood or whatnot, Ain't no goddamn discipline came with the rest of that shit, bro. So we got to give the same fucking energy to that grown ass 38-year-old woman, to that goddamn. Use a hoe. Use a hoe. I said that use a hoe. I'm gonna get to y'all comments. We're gonna cook. We're gonna keep on cooking. Almost says we have to stop pushing music and athletes. It almost never produces long-term wealth.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
That is indeed a fact. Again, I've been a celebrity adjacent for a while. I know what that shit looks like when you leave the league or that goddamn album don't sell. Almanaz says absolutely BT can't play a full season, but got time for this mess. Look, the boy just got hurt, man. He do be playing full season. You go get off Ant. I like Ant-Man. Let's keep on going. Full Drink it says, oh, he's speaking to everybody. Salute to everybody. Let's keep on going. Where we at? BT says, I'm blaming him because it's his fourth child. Again, bro, no discipline. How you expect him to have dick discipline and his whole life is revolved around that ball? Again, keep the same energy for these chicks out here that's getting knocked up left and right, and she got 5 or 6 kids before she get out of her 30s. But we supposed to give the sisters grace, and it's not all of them, Kofa. It's not even the majority.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
So we just got to keep the same energy. G.R.O.W.T.H says, it's a true pleasure to be here. Good brother, I appreciate it. Almanaz says 4 ain't a slip up. No, he's just reckless. He reckless because he got the money. But again, you see what the sister said. She started talking to the women. Oh, you want to compare who I got pregnant by? Or did you keep the baby so you can be on Section 8? Again, I've told y'all 1,000 fucking times. Kofa know what the fuck he talking about. Women don't like women.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
All the manosphere, all the red pill shit that gets said, and everybody want to give pushback, and we got to give sisters grace and all. She just said the same shit. You want to compare who I got pregnant by versus who you got pregnant by? You kept the baby. But I'm a gold digger because I kept the baby. I'm calling her a hoe or a gold digger because she's 38 fucking years old. Just like 4 ain't a slip up, Almond. Being 38 and moving like this ain't a fucking slip up with 2 young men just getting in the fucking game in they early and mid or late 20s, and you well in your 30s. But we would call that predatory if it was a man, right? Because God forbid Kofa does what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said and find a woman half my age plus 7 years. I'm 43, so what's half of 43? Y'all help me out. What's this? 21 and a half roughly plus 7 years. So if Kofa got with a 28-year-old, all y'all would be cool with that. Everybody be cool with it. Or would I get pushback on? What are you saying, a 28-year-old? What? You too old for that. You must have groomed her. You just now marrying her. You set that up. What would be said? We see this shit happen all the time with men, bro. This is the thing that drives me fucking crazy. We can look at the celebrity, we can look at the athlete, we can look at the rapper, all that jazz. Scale it down. If your uncle at 50, 60 years old walked in with a woman in her late 20s or her mid 30s, y'all would look at him sideways. Hell, some of y'all look at him sideways if you came in with a 40-year-old. That's a 20-year difference. What you doing? How long you knew her? He'll still get pushback. I just want people to be able to flip the coin over. If you're going to judge the men, regardless of age or status, you have to be able to judge the women, regardless of age or status. Again, I talk about the women, I'm talking to the men. Yes, brother, I agree with Almanaz. That's not a slip up. He just out here reckless. But we got to take a deeper look at it. But again, we just see the end results. We don't want to know how we got here, even though that's a saying. How did we get here? Then when we had this discussion, everybody was like, psh, get out of here, Kofa. But y'all asked the question, so I gave an answer. That's just my opinion. Let me bring this down, bring it back up. JT says, hold up. JT says she put that Snapdragon on Ant-Man. She perfected that sloppy toppy 2-hand twist.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
BT says facts, Almanize. I agree. And this is the thing. I agree with both of you. I'm just asking us to flip the coin over, and I ain't seen nobody mention shit about her age other than Felicia. And again, this is the second time for her. So we can't call her a gold digger. We can't call her a hoe. She older than both of these dudes. They raising up, getting to the peaks of their career. All of a sudden, she just happened to be around. A rapper and a fucking athlete that plays in goddamn Minnesota. Yeah, his family from Georgia, but he play in fucking Minnesota. So she must be here in Atlanta because Lil Baby here in Atlanta. So you just happen to be in these spaces. Let's keep on going. BT says she's not the first, second, or third. She's the fourth in a year. Again, he's reckless, bro. I keep saying it, but nobody's going to say anything about the woman. This is predatory. I agree. BT says, I'm not disagreeing that she's not a predator, but 4 in a calendar year is crazy. Do you know how much pussy is getting thrown at these niggas? Like, literally. Like, nobody really wants to stop and think about that. Again, Kofa, I don't like to brag on people that I know have either been in the league or league adjacent. Do you know how much pussy gets thrown at these niggas? And again, nobody says a motherfucking thing when it's somebody's wife, when it's somebody's girlfriend. Everybody tells the husband or boyfriend he just need to suck it up. An NBA nigga hit your broad if he finds out about it. And if that dude flips the fuck out and stops taking care of the kids he has with her, then he'll be the goddamn devil, right? No, let the NBA nigga take care of him since you want to get your back beat in. And people say, Kofa, you're conflating the two. That doesn't matter. It fucking matters. If y'all are going to applaud these NBA players for running through these bras any other time, what's different about now? And he young. He 23. This cat's been in the league and been had a side bitch the last 10 goddamn seasons. And the wife know, the side bitch know, and the other chicks that's just coming through because he on the road, them hoes know. Again, I do a comparison and contrast of my life in the military. Y'all have no fucking clue how many of these dudes just be running through chicks from base to base to base. You have no fucking clue how many military women will go out here and she gonna find the biggest dope boy as soon as her ass touch down. Start asking military women you know, do you fuck with dudes in the military? You're gonna get a lot of fucking no's. I can't give you a percentage, but it's a lot of women in the military do not fuck with guys in the military because they say we hoes. But we can look at them and I see your fucking activity. This is yet another reason, BT, why I keep saying majority. I'm watching all these professional women, no matter what industry I've been in, what industry they've been in, having conversations, and they're telling me what the fuck they like. But we can keep on going. Where we at? Full Drink, it says, society gave a false narrative that women are helpless victims just subjected to men is more feminist BS. Indeed. BT hit me with 24-8. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to Kobe, bro.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I appreciate that, good brother. Alma says, I thought this was her third kid. I don't know. I know she got 2. Rapper, athlete. If she in Atlanta, I'm damn near willing to bet she gonna goddamn perfect the trifecta. If she is kid 3, she got a baby by a dope boy too.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Not saying she does, but if she's on 3, I'm willing to bet that shit. Full Drinker says manipulation in its most primal form, sex and money.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
BT with the 24 bomb, he says there's too many cautionary tales that Ant-Man can learn from. Again, 4 in a year is insane, and I totally agree. And there's different forms of contraceptive that woman could have used. Everybody want him to put on a condom. That bitch got 30 options.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
BT, I'm going to go ahead and hit you one more time. If it'll play. Nope. No love today. Let's see.
I got the money for the pussy.
What?
I got the money for the pussy.
That'll work. That shit is hilarious to me. Fuck y'all feelings. Let's keep going. G.R.O.W.T.H says, The NBA and NFL off top. They throwing them at him, bro. G.R.O.W.T.H says, thank you for your service, brother. I appreciate that. From an Army vet, bro. I got about 4 to 6 more to go. I got 4 before I hit my 20. I might give him an extra 2, depending on, you know how that paperwork go. So I might give him an extra 2. I appreciate that, man. JT with the $5 bomb. He says an X-49 player passed away several years ago. Even the 304 showed up to the funeral, tight dresses, titties out, trying to get chose.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
J-Dub says Niners, gang, gang from Philly. Pooh Man says, I need more moms like Jaden Daniels' mom who protects her son. And you know what? I respect what his mom did. I just think it was the wrong time to do it because that was embarrassing. And we know young black men don't like to be embarrassed, don't like to be mama's boys out in public in that wide scene. She was pointing at the camera saying, oh, they looking at y'all. But they were literally just having a conversation. It wasn't like no goddamn paparazzi was around. He was sitting there talking to Juju, who's successful already in her fucking own right. Sis already got M's. So I didn't really agree with it, but I wasn't too mad. But I mean, I get it, but I don't know about that situation, man. Because those be the times you're protecting her from what we're assuming that Juju's a good girl because she's in the public light and all that. We haven't had any scandals. That you're protecting him from her, but did you just push him to one of these groupies that we was just talking about? Only time will tell. Because there's only so many times his mama gonna be able to pop up because that nigga got the purse string. That whole mama is gonna get to the point, mama, I bought you your fucking house. Stay out my goddamn business.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
When young black men break away from their mama, they don't give a fuck what their mama talking about anymore, especially with some M's like that. He may not say it like Kofa, but she'll start saying he stopped coming around a lot. They living in separate houses. So again, did she block him from Juju and send him over there with Pukisha? Only time gonna tell. BT says he don't need a condom. He needs to know better. All these women find a lick on these rappers to get a baby. This story is old as dirt. It is, bro. But again, the other side, BT, I'm gonna keep giving you pushback on this, bro, because guess what? Black women can do no wrong. All you gotta do is have some money and you can get what you want from a black woman. But I'm not supposed to say, use a hoe. Use a hoe. I said that use a hoe. It is a vicious cycle, bro. He got plenty of cautionary tales. He could have strapped up, like you said, got the vasectomy, knocked it down, been on his way, and still back. But looking at his contract versus what he paid out for a child that he don't want to take care of, and from what everybody else saying, he take care of the other 3. This is the only one he like, all right, shit, I'm done. I don't know what transpired between them, and he just don't want to deal with that child. And I told y'all asses before, this is Kofa Damas happening again. Y'all be taking my shit as tongue in cheek. I know I say it. It's kind of funny. It's kind of mean. Whatever the case may be. But I told the ladies before, y'all keep fucking around with these guys. And when he walked the fuck away and don't want to take care of his child, it's not because he's a sorry ass dad. Not because he don't want to take care of the child. Bitch, it's you. The child is a baby. For him to still be in that child's life, he still got to deal with your monkey ass. So we don't know what the fuck transpired between this 23-year-old and this 38-year-old that probably thought she was his fucking mama. But everybody takes that shit as a joke when Kofa say shit like this. Then we see it in real time and it's like, bad black man, you should know better. He should, but I'm not just gonna chastise him because this dizzy asshole is pushing fucking menopause. No, she trying to get that goddamn baby up out of her and get one more goddamn check.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Just like Anthony Edwards should know better. The story is old as dirt. The play from women is old as dirt, and it continues to happen. It happens to good dudes all the time. From being lonely to actually trying to have a family, and you'll say, "Oh, he should have known better." I know me and you. Again, we have kids the same age, BT, but our conversation, I think we got off kind of easy with our baby mamas. Shit wasn't perfect. Trust me. I got stories on that one too, but we ain't gonna do that. because she could have been a lot worse. But some brothers that made the same, knock on wood, because our babies ain't mistakes, but made the same mistakes that me and you made, BT, as young men, and them brothers been paying for it ever since, while we walking around happy and at peace. But it's a brother in our same age group still fucking going through hell with his baby mama, with a grown child. I told y'all I had a dude I used to volunteer with. This man was pushing 60. He didn't stop paying child support for his son, and that when he made his last child support payment, his son was fucking 33 years old and had already made him a grandfather.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
So as old as the play, as old as the story is, the play is part of the story. So again, we got to start having these real conversations, like real conversations from when they're younger, not when they get drafted in the league and bring a fucking a Brittany Renner up there and all that shit. That shit too late then. His dick hard than a motherfucker, and he know he could damn near get any woman he want. You know why? Because these simple ass hoes sit their ass out there and talk about this shit on the internet all day of what type of man they want and what they better get. And if they do look like sis, well, she's a good looking woman, I would call her probably an eternal 7, probably a 6. Almanai says she got some work done. 6, maybe eternal 7. She's not that fucking bad. I've seen better. I've seen better in the DR.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Without the BBL and in Colombia.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
But I digress. People are going to move how they're going to move. We got to start having these real conversations with young black men. Your grandmama be damned. Your mama be damned. Your aunties be damned. Your sister be damned. She wants you to play extra daddy to your nephew because she couldn't lock down his daddy, but she don't want you having no real conversation with him. Where we at? Look. Y'all hear that, Luda? Let's keep on going. Full Drinker says she was bullshitting. She can't stop him. Furthermore, she embarrassed him in front of the world. Talking about Jalen's mom. Yeah. Watch Gamer said that was a buzzer beater. What's going on, 1,000 watts? I appreciate you being in here. EJ in the building. What's going on, man? Been a minute.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Pooh Man says Eric Jordan's favorite quote in his Bernie Mac voice. Fuck them kids. Let's keep on going. BT says, so Ant-Man got a baby by Lil Baby baby mama and Chief Keef baby mama.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
When I say these bitches be passing themselves around, how the fuck do they get in these spaces, bro? Somebody that knows somebody that, oh, Ant stopped through the studio and da-da-da-da-da. She said, I can't help the type of men I attract. I can't help the spaces I'm in for being a beautiful woman. Let's keep on going. But yes, BT, that is correct, brother. Everybody speaking. Pooh says, look what happened to Trevor Ariza with child support. I don't even know what happened to Trevor. That was my dude, too, when he was on the Lakers. Look, BT says, I seen better in Queens.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
And that's the thing the ladies don't understand, fellas. We can see a beautiful woman and be like, oh my God, she is gorgeous. She is beautiful. I seen better. And that shit come with age and experience, which Ant ain't got there yet. Look who came to stop by the office. What's going on, Take Heed? What's going on, sis?
You go, girl!
I appreciate you being in here. We're going to keep on rolling. Look, all 3 of them different baby mamas, 1,000 watts says, wow, that's nasty work. Indeed. Chris Tucker says, I need that shirt. We're going to take a pause for the calls, y'all. Appreciate Chris Tucker. Be safe on the road. But yeah, y'all see the shirt. You matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. I'm still working on some merch. Still working on the new website with new merch and different things on there. I was going to release it last month, but again, my February and my March went like that. I promise you I'm going to get it done this month, though. But yeah, this is one of the shirts. I'm going to wear a couple of more now that, you know, hoodie season is over pretty much. But I got you, Chris. I actually got you, Chris. Chris came through before he got back out on the road, and I had some samples. He was like, bro, get me one. So I hooked Chris up, man, because while I'm not here and Chris is off the road, I let him crash here. And like, bro, just look out for the house for me. And Chris is a great house guest, but I don't got no bread to be breaking them off like that for house watching. I don't charge him anything. So Chris will buy me a cigar. I'll, buy him, cash app him, man, get you something good to eat, whatever, steak and potatoes on me, whatever the case with. That's how we rock as homies. But I got your shirt, bro. Chris says $4 million a month. What? Who getting $4 million a month? What the fuck I missed? Wait a minute. Did I miss something? I'm making sure I ain't missed none of that. Who getting $4 million a month? I don't think nobody getting $4 million a month. Let me catch up with y'all. Hellkill's in the building. He says, hi, I just got finished cutting grass and caught you live. Salute, good brother.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
BT says, don't wear shirts we can't buy. I'm going to be rotating the shirts. I'm going to wash them, so don't be trying to clown me and troll me in the chat. I'm going to rotate the different shirts I got so y'all see how they fit and all that jazz. But they'll be coming up soon, BT. Chris says, I stopped the truck for this show tonight. I made it. Good looking out, Chris. I appreciate it. Where we at? Pooh says, salute, Chris Trucker. Almanai says, word is that he said from the very beginning he didn't want any kids. Gotta strap up. That's what I told my ex. She's always been on birth control. Always. I assumed that. One night passion took over. Now I got a 3-year-old. Is what it is. So that one I get, because I told her too. We had really, me and my baby mama, my ex, we had this fucking discussion. She didn't want any more kids because she had 2 boys. I didn't want any more kids because my daughter was almost out the house. But here the fuck we are. And I can't stand that motherfucker. Let's keep going. 1000 Watt says, gotta put that hat on, bro. Definitely. And I got snipped, bro. My shit probably worked better that I got snipped now. And I told y'all I'm a champion for the vasectomy. Ain't no more slip ups, even if Lil Kofa take over. But yeah, definitely strap up. Definitely strap up. G.R.O.W.T.H says, ish happens sometimes to the best of us. All good, brother. Pooh Man says he told her to get an abortion. We use the real words on Growth Talk. For those new to the channel, I don't say delete, I say suicide. I don't say AB, I say abortion. I don't say SA, I say sexual assault. So if you're ever on camera or you want to put in the chat, that's fine by me. I don't move like other channels. The actual news network, CNN, Fox, they say shit all the damn time. So I'm going to talk like I'm going to talk. Because if they're going to shut down the live, y'all know I cuss up a storm any damn way. So that's what they're going to get me for. But we're going to use real words here because we're talking about the real world here. Got tongue-tied. Chris Tucker says, the basketball player that you're talking about, he makes $4 million a month. Yeah, he paid her out $1 million, and now he's done with his child support for the next 18 years. Let's go ahead and hold on. Pooh Man, let me get back to Pooh Man. He said he told her to get a abortion because I won't be in the baby life. But she kept the baby. She got her check. She can move on. She got another one from a famous rapper. So let's keep on cooking, y'all. This is the other version of Trapped I wanted to talk about. Let me get my clips ready because this shit may not play because it was acting up earlier. I might have to do a drag and drop. That one didn't play. Let's try this one. There. This is just a voiceover. So when people are asking, why don't men help anymore? Just look at this. I know it may be glitching. This chick is pretending to pass out. The guy's helping. And this is just anywhere, America. Or they might even be out of the country. She stabs him. I don't know if y'all saw her put the blade back in her pocket while he's helping her friend. Bring it back again. Look at this shit. She stabs him with something to the point the dude falls on the ground. He's pretty much helpless. I don't know if it was a knife, a needle, or what. I'm gonna assume maybe it was a needle or something like that to slow him down, drug him. But they're able to basically overpower him after he gets stabbed. So this is the other form of trap queens. It's a lot of brothers that have been deleted overseas for going to have threesomes. They doing what they do. Hell, it happened here in Vegas not too long ago. I think a little Puerto Rican chick and a black chick Met the dude in the casino. They hitting it up. Things take off, right? They murder this dude. They get caught on camera.
Just out here trying to be a good Samaritan. This is what you get for being nice to people. See, this is why when you see somebody like curled up on the ground, or you hear somebody screaming for help, you just should. I get why people lock the door to be like, that ain't none of my business, because you never know what's a setup nowadays. Trust no one.
And who is most likely to do this type of shit? These sneaky crimes. They didn't strong arm them. They couldn't overpower them. So pretend to faint, stab them with whatever, knife, drugs, whatever, and then we gonna rob them. Again, the story that just happened in Vegas, what was it, last year? I think them girls got like 14 years, 20 years. This dude is dead. Like, they murdered him in the hotel, and they only got 20 years. Watch for these trap queens, bro. We ain't just talking about babies tonight. I played that for a reason. Atlanta's a big city, so I see it all the time. Is women be stranded on the side of the road. You don't know if that's a setup. Sometimes it's at night, and everything in me as a father of a 21-year-old young woman tells me to pull over and help. But I don't do it. For situations like that, like the brother said, just being a good Samaritan. Genuinely trying to help somebody. This ain't have shit to do with no pussy. Just trying to, hey, can you help? My friend's having trouble breathing. Stab. Let me get to y'all comments. Where'd I leave off? Pooh Man says that was in Colombia. See, it happens overseas. It happens here. I just gave y'all the story about Vegas. The Watch Gamer says lot lizards. Pooh got the scoop. He said it was in Colombia and they drugged him. That's what it looked like. Take Heed says, wow, that's why I tell brother. And look, that looked like a Colombian man. It didn't look like a passport, bro, as everybody want to label any brother with a passport. But it didn't look like a foreigner getting robbed. That looked like somebody from there. BT says, Lex told me I can't help no strange women no more. She would be so mad if I get caught up like Bokeem Woodbine.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I forgot what had happened. Take Heed, you might remember if you're still in here, sis. But I know Take Heed was on this story heavy like last year, maybe the year before or something like that, where this dude was trying to help this sister and her boyfriend ended up killing the guy that was trying to help. And Take Heed was saying that she had told her husband, sis, correct me if I'm wrong, she had told her husband that she would basically lose her shit and she would have to do something to that bitch if her husband was trying to help you, and then you got my man killed, pretty much, because you won't leave this crazy ass other dude, and this man wailing on you, and my husband step in trying to be a good Samaritan, and he don't make it home. We've seen that happen. It happened in Florida a couple years ago, not too long after I had got on YouTube. I want to say this was 23, maybe 22. Dude was slapping this girl around in a Walmart parking lot. Guy was walking out with his then pregnant fiance, clicks into Captain Saver mode, runs over there. Dude puts 2 rounds in his fucking chest, dead. Didn't even get to see his child be born. Did that hit the national news? Did any of these female podcasters talk about? Did you hear about that shit from Kendra G? Cynthia G? Anybody? We don't hear about that shit. It's deeper than a baby sometimes, brothers. Not just protect your seed, protect your life. Sometimes you just have to say no and walk away, or stay there and I'll go get help. And call, who said that? And call the authorities. Call the authorities. BT, I'm with Lex on that, bro. You can't do that, bro. You got a family to go home to. Like, this shit is not a joke out here. Everybody thinks what I be saying is so outlandish and shit. I'm telling you shit I have personally seen. I'm telling you stories from people that I trust, whether it's a man or a woman. And it's not always the woman's fault. I'm not always talking down on women. I'm so sick of people saying that shit But again, I know I give you the ammo for it, but y'all give me the ammo to talk the shit that I talk. But I always give real sisters their credit. I'm talking about a certain type of woman. Women that would do that. Women that's 38 fucking around with a 20-year-old and everybody telling us to mind our goddamn business. But flip the roles and then it's evil. But nobody sees things like this. Again, those girls murdered this dude in Vegas and got 20 years. Not 20 years, just got 20 years. They go like 14 to 20 years, some weird shit. They gonna be out. They still gonna have a fucking life to live after murdering somebody. Because in court, according to everybody else, he shouldn't have been trying to get no pussy. He shouldn't have been trying to do that. Because we went through this DEI, Me Too, woman empowerment movement bullshit for so goddamn long. It still traces that shit where people act like if I'm a heterosexual man and I want to sleep with a woman, now I'm a fucking rapist.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
No attempt, no nothing. That just make me a rapist just because I want to sleep with a woman. He shouldn't have been trying to do that. Like the people that applaud the passport brothers that have passports overseas, because passport bros know how to move. I gotta stop using their headlines. But brothers getting deleted overseas, whether he gets smoked or the chick puts something in his drink, people applaud that type of shit. When we have the same energy for a woman getting raped versus a man actually losing his life, because you can survive a rape. This dude is dead. He's never going to get a chance to correct his mistakes or get it right again. When we got the same fucking energy and we laughing about women getting raped as men getting killed or robbed or taken advantage of, then Kofa stop posting the shit that he posts. Until that fucking day, I'm going to talk my shit. Let's keep going. 1000 Watt said, damn, man. Hellcat says that chick got paid $1 million for keeping that baby and $100K to terminate the pregnancy. She's straight. Yep. Indeed, she's straight. Oh, Pooh corrected me again. Thank you, brother Pooh.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Them chicks in Vegas got 10 years. BT says, for those that don't know, Bokeem Woodbine was in a movie named Caught Up. BT be giving like the craziest hip hop and 90s references. Pooh says, nope, you saw what happened to the mechanic who helped a woman with her car. She accused him of assault. He was arrested. His wife left him and he lost his job. And then come to find out, I guarantee you that shit wasn't even true. G.R.O.W.T.H says, utter damn shame. I'm the nicest person / man in the world. My temperature is utterly cold towards most chicks. That's how they talk. Yep. Damn. Stuck him up with something and then robbed him. Hopefully he lived, because again, when you're injecting somebody with some type of drug, these chicks not medical professionals. They don't know when to stop. You don't know how much shit they put in that man's system. Watch Gamer says you gotta make it home. That is rule number 1, bro. Rule number 1. Make it home. Who Man says, and it came out she lied on the mechanic. I told y'all. I knew that shit was coming. J-Dub says, damn, 10 years, that's some utter bullshit. Chris says, send me the picture. Y'all talking. You and BT. EJ with a $2 super chat. He says, it's fucked up how that brother lost his life. Indeed. The one in Vegas, indeed. I appreciate the $2, bro.
These last $2.
There's different levels of trap. So let's get to this next one. I think, let me see if this one gonna play. If not, give me a quick second. Of course, it's gonna act up too. So I'm gonna drag and drop. And we're gonna close out with this one.
Just left family court. This is for all the, you got to go down and get 50-50. I have 50-50. And in Pennsylvania, 50-50 doesn't mean you're not paying child support. You are still required to do so. I'm that dad where when you didn't see me with my children, the first question they asked was, where are they? Just throwing that in. So I asked the judge today, How am I supposed to support two households? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do with 50-50 shared legal custody of my son. I have to provide for him at that household and then provide for myself at my own household, in which I'm fucking drowning. And the custody order was written by the judge I saw today.
I'm going to pause it real quick. I don't think the brother clarifies whether they were married or not. But fact is, they got 50-50 custody. He's still paying child support to the point where he's damn near taking care of that house. Or at least some bills in that house. I appreciate that, G.R.O.W.T.H. And he's supposed to take care of his own. This is the other trap, the system, brothers. So not just being careful with your seed, because everybody's quick to say, oh, be careful with your seed. Or when it's a woman and she leaves a happy marriage that looks happy, I'm not happy. I had to go find myself. I've been a mother for too long. I don't feel like I had a hoe phase. We see these videos all on TikTok, Instagram all the time. Whether or not they were married, the fact is they have 50-50 custody. Let me explain to y'all how it works in Georgia and Alabama. It sounds like it's the same in Pennsylvania. Somebody gonna fucking pay.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Wherever the child goes, the child support goes. Even with 50-50. Oftentimes, they still side with the man paying. I don't give a fuck how you slice it. I just filed for full custody of my son. My situation's a little bit different. I told y'all the story and everything, how I ended up with him. We'll rehash that as time goes on. My situation's a little bit different. But if and when, knock on wood, I win full custody of my son, I could ask the court. I could have the court, or really the court is supposed to make his mother pay me child support. I don't want that shit.
No.
Me and my boy are good. But even when you have 50-50, brothers, the guys got to start looking at these laws. Bro, go to G.R.O.W.T.H and ask, like legit, all bullshit aside, ask G.R.O.W.T what are the paternity and custody laws and different things like that in your state. Tell them to ask G.R.O.W.T to quote the state law. Because G.R.O.W.T, like any other AI, it's not a living being like the Terminator, even though that is one of my damn conspiracy theory fears. But what G.R.O.W.T and other AI tools do, they pull so much information like that from so many different places, and it condenses it to something you can understand and you can read. It at least gives you a reference point. That's why it's called an AI tool. I get the YouTube. I appreciate y'all being here, but start going to do your own research too. Media Man does a great job with dropping facts, data, statistics. Dre from Love Crossing Borders does the same. Beautiful Lies. All these other brothers. But you got to start putting in the work yourself. You don't want to be in the courtroom like, Your Honor, I don't understand. Speaking of that, I'm going to let the video play because, Your Honor, I don't understand.
But wait, it gets worse.
I'm going to let the brother finish.
She even said to me herself, even after all these years, I really don't even understand how this goes. What?
That's the judge he's talking about. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to play that beat again.
I have to provide for him at that household and then provide for myself at my own household, in which I'm fucking drowning. And the custody order was written by the judge I saw today. And she even said to me herself, even after all these years, I really don't even understand how this goes. What kind of shit is that? This shit here is criminal and everything's a paper push. They tell me again, file for a modification. That's going to be an additional 6 months like it was the last time. It's a total runaround. It's a total bullshit. All of it. So when you see so many people on the forum of TikTok talking about men walking away, yeah, walk the fuck away. Walk away. Especially if you're in PA. Because if you say I do, oh, believe me, you will. And don't believe for 1 second they don't do this shit on purpose.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
I missed that at the end the first time I watched the video. So they were married and got a divorce. 50-50 custody. And he's still paying. Damn near for 2 households. Pretty much, that's where he was going. That's why he's still paying for that household. He's paying the bills over there with his ex-wife and with the son over there, and paying for his own living situation, and when his son with him. But they were married, right? That's the answer to all this, is black love, correct? Until mama tells her side of the story, and then it's, oh, I wasn't happy. I think we ran our course. Sometimes you just outgrow a person. Sometimes things happen. We have shrugged off and dismissed. This is why y'all get so much fucking red pill rage. I don't even like that fucking term. It is justified anger. The fucking judge that signed the 50-50 custody order, he ended up having to appear in front of again for the child support. And she tells him, even after all these years, I still don't understand it. Bitch, you a judge and you don't understand? Let's keep on going. EJ with a $2 super chat. Yeah. Oh, I got you. G.R.O.W.T.H came back with the $2.22. He says, just showing some love. I appreciate it, good brother.
These last $2.
Watch Gamer says, shaking my motherfucking head. And we are going to end on BT's comment. You can't. Damn, won't even play Kevin tonight. I was trying to hit y'all with you can't make this shit up, people. So you have to get it from me. You can't make this shit up, people. We're going to end on BT's comment. I was paying child support and my son was living with me the whole time.
Wait, it gets worse.
Watch for these trap queens, bro. Not just the women, the system as well. Because the system is, this is why so many brothers give pushback about this shit. Because the system is backing the women. Then you tell the men to move smarter. Then when he moves smarter and brothers start comparing notes, you tell us we hate women, that we making up shit. If I'm big on pushing brothers to the passport, you know the first group of people that give me pushback? These other bitch ass niggas.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Hoe ass grown men. That's not a solution. Why aren't you fighting for our queens? You know how fucking long. Oh, got a cash app. Let me make sure I get the cash apps real quick. For anybody that sent one. EJ, I got you, bro. EJ hit me with the $5 cash app. Shit, Emperor hit me with he hit me with 25 yesterday, man. I appreciate it. Good looking out. Damn, I ain't even know. Appreciate it. Where's my train of thought? It's so many brothers out here that are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Whether they had a slip up, appreciate it, EJ. Whether they had a slip up, still corrected, it still was there for the child. But the system will keep pulling money on you. I told y'all when I was getting ready to file custody for Crown, and I did a consultation with an attorney. It was $100 for the consultation. Not that bad, right? Guess how much it was for me to take her on as an attorney, for her to take me on as a client? 5 bands. And I had already sent her all the evidence that I have to use in court. 5 bands. So imagine a brother that got to keep going back, getting the child support modified, getting visitation modified. All these court documents, they cost money. When I filed the paperwork, I said, fuck it. I'm gonna just go ahead and drop this $300. It was supposed to be $300, but it was some different paperwork that I didn't need, that I thought I needed. So it ended up being like a little bit over $2, where I filled out the court documents. I had to pay to have the court file it. You have to pay filing fees. $5,000 versus $200. I'm gonna take the 2 every time. Because again, nobody's gonna get in front of the judge and tell the story like I am, plus with the evidence I have. Again, my situation is a little bit different. My heart goes out to brothers like this who was married to the mother of his child. Again, I told y'all, playing Superman. And it still ain't good enough. This is constant and continuous. This is why brothers are so fucking tired. And I get what everybody says in the comments about Ant being irresponsible and all that. I just want you to have the same exact energy. Give the same fucking giggly ass passes that you give these dodo brain girls. Excuse me, young women. But we don't do that. Bitch, 38 years old. Have 5 kids. Be like, I had 4 of them when I was in my 20s. I was young. I didn't know no better. And the motherfucker get a pass. Don't nobody say a goddamn thing. But Anthony Edwards is 23, still young, and he's a fucking multi-goddamn millionaire. And you know how we do in the black community. You done already told this boy he was going to the league and that he can't do no goddamn wrong. Hopefully some OG in the league is pulling his coat and talking to him now. But prior to this, I guarantee you that shit wouldn't happen. And if it was, he probably wasn't even fucking listening. Because he got the money. He taking care of his family. Matter of fact, it was a Netflix special about ball. I think his uncle's in his life. But it's still going to get to the point where he just young, dumb, and full of cum. Literally. Keep the same fucking energy when these young girls are being groomed. When I say girls, I mean these bitches in their fucking 20s.
Use a hoe. Use a hoe. I said that use a hoe.
Keep the same fucking energy across the board. That's all Kofa asks. We can get to that point. I'll be all right. I might calm down on the post. No, I'm lying like a motherfucker.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I'm going to still be talking this shit because there's going to be a young Anthony Edwards out there somewhere that's going to hear Uncle Kofa's voice and get his goddamn head right ahead of time. But we getting ready to slide up out of here. Got your Cash App, EJ. Durf, I appreciate you stopping in, bro. Catch that replay. G.R.O.W.T.H says, most chicks is stuck at 14 in the mind. Indeed, good brother. But I appreciate y'all being in here. This has been another segment of Growth Talk Entertainment, where growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. This is where we help men find a positive fuck it. I have been your humble host, Kofa, K-O-F-A, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Easy to say, easy to spell. Thank you for all the Cash Apps. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for the likes and the subscriptions and the shares. Y'all go have this discussion outside of social media, outside of YouTube. I appreciate y'all being in here once again. As always, I love you. Ain't shit you can do about it. You matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. Merch coming soon. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.